Oh, it would mean a lot to win All-American. For 1 year, you'd be the best in the country.
Woo! I'm standing to win more than I can make in a year working and just to get to fish. This is the greatest thing for the working man out there.
Your champion is Jacob Wheeler.
I've been fishing since, I was 2. This has been my dream since I was 4, I mean, I've always wanted to become a professional fisherman.
It's my biggest bite of this tournament.
No! No!
At the All-American, you're fishing for $100,000. It's a pretty amazing thing, really, if you think about it. You fish these $225 tournaments, 5 of them, qualify for the regional, win a boat and a truck at the regional, and this is all expense paid.
So everybody that's here earned it. 20,000 people, and they're taking 50. 50 boaters, 50 co-owners. That's a pretty big feat.
Get up here, here he comes. That's that big sucker. Woo, that's what I'm talking about.
It's just another gorgeous morning in Kentucky as 98 anglers prepare for a second day on the water and their quest to become the next All-American champion.
This is my 4th BFL All-American. I really had a good year last year with the All-American, and I'd like to continue that this year, get in that copying cut, take another stab at it. Last year Curtis Richardson won fair and square, but everybody made him beat us, so hopefully catch enough fish today to kind of do that, and go ahead and just try and win as much as we can.
Several areas that I've been fishing here on Lake Barkley are the areas that has the most stained water, and that's what I look for. And shallow cover, it makes them feel comfortable when they have camouflage of stained water to be up around there. A lot of areas are clear right now, so I've eliminated a lot of stuff. So I'm hoping to add a little combination of fishing in the back in that dirty water, and then once that current starts going again, get out on the main river and catch a couple.
49 boaters and co-anglers will spread out over Lake Barkley today, and while Jeremy Lawyer holds a lead, the second day on the water is the true test of an angler's ability to develop a pattern on the bass. John Venor believes the pattern is to stay close to the launch and feels another 15-pound day is very possible with the amount of productive water he's found.
Some of the fish I'm catching, you got chunk rock wood and a dock, okay? Three good pieces of structure, and them fish are relating to those poles on the dock.
The Bass Fishing League is made up of 24 divisions across the country. The top 50 from each division compete in one of the 6 regional qualifiers, and the top 6 boaters and co-anglers in those events earn a slot in the All-American. In addition, the TBF National Championship sends the 7 top qualifiers from each of their divisions. The full field competes on the first 2 days, while only 10 boaters and 10 co-anglers fish on the third and final day, with the cumulative weight determining the winner.
Let's go see if we can make a stab at this thing. I tell you what, that yesterday was the best day, bar none, pre-practice, practice day, everything that I've had since I've been fishing over in Barkley. So I'm tickled to death and had it on the right day. But, to say I could duplicate that's not necessarily a tough feat, but it's just been such a struggle to get any bites. It's different when you're fishing for schools and you can at least go catch 5. It just may not be the right size. But I'll tell you what, I'm really going to have to work today to catch 5. I know it.
The 2016 All-American is being held on Lake Barkley. It's an impoundment of the Cumberland River that connects over to the much larger and more ledge-famous Kentucky Lake. Barkley has good fish, but here in a summertime event, they are a bit harder to locate, and so many of the competitors are staying close to launch in the Little River.
Man, I tell you what, there ain't a breath of wind. There ain't nothing going on. There ain't nothing.
This is the way I'd like to catch them if I can, but it's just really slowed down the shallow bite the last couple days. But the water's definitely warmed up. We're looking at 84 degrees right now. And, you know, those fish are definitely wanting to move out. This pocket's got at least a little depth in it. Maybe it'll hold them in here. The fish I had been catching, there was only 2 or 3 feet deep in the middle of the pockets. Just throwing a little 3/8 ounce black buzzbait. Need to maybe go around this corner here and hit some of these other shaded pockets. But I still think the better fish are going to be out there. There's one. I don't know if he's a keeper. He's going to be close. There's a keeper. Number 1.
Coming up right. Little guy. I don't believe you'll keep, brother. We're 1.3 feet on the graph here, so sometimes it doesn't even read. We're so shallow. So when you're fishing real shallow like that, water level is important because we're 1.3 here, which that's with the trolling motor in the water, so the actual depth's probably like 2 feet. So up there where we're fishing is like a foot. You take 2 or 3 inches off that, and they just don't like it. So it's better, in my opinion, to have that consistent water level. It looks like I think it's about 2/10 lower, not 2 inches, 2/10, which makes a difference. Tell you what, it's really easy to get surprised by a bite. If you go so long without one, then all of a sudden you do get one. I've been surprised a couple times now, and that ain't good. It's a lot better when you're anticipating it. You feel like it's about to happen. Net, it's net. There we go. Nice. Nice work. Well, boys, it took us about 2 hours and several missed fish, and one broke off when we finally get one, but we got about a 2.5 pounder here. Let's get her in the box.
To win this All-American would be a dream come true. I always dreamed of winning some big championship, especially the All-American, getting the opportunity to fish the Forrest Wood Cup. But the first thing I would do is take my wife on a lovely vacation and then get ready for that Forrest Wood Cup and, you know, hopefully maybe next year start fishing the tour.
John Venor is fishing back in the Little River, targeting the shallow docks, and so far, the New Jersey pro is staying on track to make the final day.
Man, look at that. Too short. Ounces. I need everything I can get today. The thing I'm struggling with is I just can't put my finger on what it's going to be or where I'm going to get the bite. You know, and I just don't really enjoy fishing like that. Nobody does. Everybody wants to know they're going to catch them a little bit. And it's just really hard to do right now because I think the fish are just scattered out and they're not pulling current consistently, and so I think some of them's moving around a bunch trying to find that place they want to be comfortably. You better have a net on this one. Stay on there. Stay on there. Get up there and net him. Yes, sir. I'll take him. I believe he'll make it. Oh. Man, look at his tail. His tail is beat all to pieces, but we'll take him. He's long enough. Number 4, and I'm glad to see him.
Day 2 on Lake Barkley was tough as the heat and no wind kept the weights down. It means that come weigh-in time, anyone has a chance to make the cut.
Solid keeper, better believe it. Go 13 pounds, 10 ounces. That is a good fish. Kyle Weisenberger, 13 pounds even. We jump all the way up into 3rd place. He's got a 5 bass limit on the scales. How about 11 pounds and 9 ounces of bass to take him to number 2? He did come in your tournament leader this day. Jeremy Lawyer, 14 pounds, 12 ounces, moves him into 33 pounds, 2 ounces. He is getting it done so far through 2 days.
Jeremy Lawyer getting it done. He leads a second day in a row, and the runner-up in last year's All-American is hoping to extend that lead one more day to claim one of the most prestigious titles in bass fishing, as well as entry into the 2016 Forrest Wood Cup. You are watching the BFL All-American.
BFL All-American is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends, one at a time. Costa Del Mar, see what's out there. Minn Kota, anywhere, anytime. You can get more from your oil with Quaker State. Power Pole, swift, silent, secure. And by General Tire, anywhere is possible.
It's known as the Working Man's Championship. And since 1983, the All-American has been one of the premier bass fishing championships. After 2 tough days of fishing, the final 10 boaters and co-anglers are prepared to go out and see what Lake Barkley can produce.
It's super close. I think from 1st to 10th is probably 5 to 6 pounds is all there is. So I think probably gonna have to catch 18 to 20 today to have a shot to win, because I think, you know, the guys up top are already 4 or 5 pounds ahead. You know, a 15-pound bag's very doable out here. So I think 20 is what I'm shooting for this morning.
Man, Jeremy is he's just real consistent. Been here a lot. You know, to the All-American, I think 4 times now. Second last year, so I would imagine he's going to catch him today. If he just stays on that pace that he's on, he'll have that 13 to 16 pound range. For me to overcome that, I'm looking at having to have, in my opinion, 16 to 20, which I haven't seen that out of the 5 best fish I've caught in the past 3 days. So most likely it's going to have to take some major favor to find some big fish, or maybe you can call it luck.
I kind of feel good that I'm going slow and keep making the right decisions. And you know, yesterday I didn't catch my 5th keeper until about 20 minutes before we had to come in. And so to say that, you know, it's going to be easy today, it's definitely not. But, you know, I'm looking forward to it either way. Somebody's going to win this thing, and hopefully I can just hang on and catch me about 12, 14 more pounds and maybe take a stab at it.
It's bass fishing. Anything can happen. And while Jeremy's lead is a decent one, there are plenty of scenarios that could result in yet another second-place finish for the Missouri angler. Summertime means lots of junk fishing, and that means a wide variety of results.
Day 3 of the BFL All-American 2016 starts right now.
I need 20 today. 2 5s and 3 over 3.
Have you found that the bite gets better as the day wears on?
Not really.
It has for me. I've had trouble in the mornings.
I wish the water temp was a little bit higher. I mean, these really shallow fish, they start munching when it's mid-80s. And it's been like, you know, 81, 82 in the mornings.
Right.
After the bass spawn is over with, every full and new moon for the rest of the summer, there'll be waves of panfish spawning. And I don't know if the bass do it just to eat, or just out of the pure meanness of their souls to get revenge on all the panfish for raiding their nests. They'll live on them half the summer. Looking at, oh, baby. Just put it in the water, put it in the water. Number 1. He wasn't hooked good at all.
There's the brim eater.
Yep, on the brim bed. Number 1.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Co-anglers are at the mercy of their anglers, so there's a little bit of luck involved in who you draw. So to get here as a co-angler is pretty impressive. Out in front of the marina in about 8 feet of water, I noticed there were some brush piles there. And on the first day, my co-angler lost one about 3.5 there, and I think I caught 1 or 2 there, and I caught 1 or 2 there yesterday. It's an ideal position. The marina is right at the mouth of a pocket, and in the back of the pocket is a big spawning pocket. So all the fish that were funneling through there were stopping in. It was like a little pit stop, so the fish were just stopping in that brush pile. And I would hit it 3 or 4 times a day, and usually I would get at least 1 or 2 to bite. Get out of there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Get him, dude. Yeah! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Oh! Wow! Woo! That was for my wife. Love you, babe.
That thing right there gets nasty, that little jiggy weight. Makes that bait slide and glide, and they like it. On Lake Barkley, luckily fish can be caught shallow almost year-round. And that is my strength. I like to dial in, flipping and pitching heavy cover, pitching and flipping a jiggy weight, 5/8 ounce with tube crawl. And I was targeting bushes and laydowns. Man. Every fish that I've caught or missed or had the opportunity, it hits it immediately when I drop it in there. Rarely do I have to fish it or pop it around. Normally when I do pitch over into a bush or lay down, I kind of yo-yo it or stroke it a little bit. That hasn't created any bites. It's just, so now I'm realizing it's just put it in there, and if they don't got it, pick it out and put it somewhere else. Net. Get him, buddy. Yeah. Yes, sir. Hold on now. Hold that net up there. We got 2 keepers in the boat, and this is still wanting to fight, guys. There you go. Come on. Make you want to do a little jig, son. Get a couple more of those bites, and man, settle down. I don't feel like you got to run all over the place.
Back where I'm from, I fish table rock a lot, and this is real similar to table rock. They kind of get on these channel swings, and this is the last channel swing before they hit the main lake. And I think some of these fish are just pulling out here, just following it to the river ledge out there, you know, to actually make their way out of this little river and make it into Barkley Lake out there. So, you know, that's best I know. I don't know, these old current fish, they about got my number about half the time, but I just keep kind of scratching and clawing, and I'm lucky enough to get a bite or 2 here and there. Net. Stay on there. Oh, it's a giant. Get up here. Get up here. Here he comes. That's that big sucker. Woo, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Oh, look at that stud. Oh. Hello, beautiful. Gosh, dang. That's what I'm talking about. What a bite. Day 3 All-American fish right there. That is a winning fish, if I can get something to go with it.
A trio of big fish early for Lawyer, Walters, and Boggs, and this final day is off to a strong start. The shallow bite is also working for Kyle Weisenberger and Clabian Johns. It's the 2016 BFL All-American.
Shrinking on me. Gonna be close.
I don't think he's gonna make the team. 14 even.
Oh, there's just a bunch of stuff out here scattered everywhere.
They feel so big when you first hook them.
Nope.
Welcome back to coverage of the 2016 BFL All-American. After a flurry of activity to start the morning, keeper bites are getting harder and harder to come by for all of our competitors.
Now it's been super slow so far today. It's just went back to some of the areas that I thought they'd maybe be reloaded on this morning, because those are the spots I hit yesterday afternoon and caught some fish, and it just doesn't seem like anything's happening this morning. I did get one shallow, but we've really not picked up anything deep yet. So hopefully these next 4 or 5 hours we can put something together here. But it just seems like I'm just guessing the weights are going to be low today. So 5 fish today will go a long ways. There's one. I think it's a keeper. All right. That's a keeper. Thank you, John. right, number 2.
We just changed up and run into a different creek, and we're kind of doing the same thing, but just in a different area, just trying to, you know, move around and get a bite or two. It has a little bit of everything, you know. It's got some bushes in it, it's got some old rocky channel swings, and it's got some ledges out in the middle of it, and it's got some good ledges right out in front of it. I really just felt like if I just put my head down there this morning and focused on all of it and went slow, I'd get me a couple, and my co-angler could get him a couple, and we kind of get the ball rolling the first couple hours of the day. Dang, it'd be a shame for him to be 15 inches long. Gosh dang it, I don't think he is though. Dadgummit. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Number 2 right there. Ounces is money today. May not be the leading money, top prize, but it's money of some sort.
He's close. He's gonna be a close one. He might make it.
Hey, that's a big one. Get the net. Yes. Dude, he went over that log to get my swim jig.
The co-anglers who compete out of the back of the boat represent more than 30,000 anglers from around the country. The hundreds of tournaments of the BFLs are the grassroots start for anyone looking to get a taste of competitive bass fishing. So, whether you don't have a boat or are looking to find some new fishing buddies, the co-angler side of the BFL is a great place to find out how you stack up against the best weekend anglers out there. The winner of this All-American on the co-angler side will earn $50,000, and that could be enough motivation all by itself.
When I heard the All-American was at Barkley on a shallow impoundment similar to Kentucky that fishes shallow, post-spawn, summertime, that's my game. Yeah, I probably own more frogs than you ever have known anybody to own. I'm probably one of the few guys that I lived and died by a frog out here. I never put it down. All my way fish came on it. It's what I do at home. It's what any lake I go to, I'm gonna try to find a frog bite. Big it. Yes, sir.
Good job, buddy.
He barely had it though. I say that, he has 2 hooks in his face.
He wasn't going anywhere.
In this bright sun, it's forcing these fish to relate to cover. It's pushing them onto the logs. It's getting the fish to go to the docks. It's getting the fish to get into the bushes that got some deeper water off it. You know, some of the bushes now, when I was here a couple weeks ago, had 2 foot of water on them. Now they got like a half foot. But those bushes that have 4 foot of water on them, they're the bushes I'm catching them in. Some of them fish are so thick into those bushes. I'm using heavy line and a big rod.
Venora is fishing the back of the little river and sort of playing the ambush game. These underwater bushes tend to be closer to deeper water, and he's trying to get fish transitioning between the 2 depths. Meanwhile, Todd Walters is firmly committed to a dock pattern, which might be because that's what he's used to fishing back in North Carolina. His big 6-pounder to start the day has him fired up about skipping to the darkest, shadiest part of the docks.
I think my greatest strength is I'm versatile. I grew up in New York. I fished natural lakes. I've fished smallmouth, deep, clear water. Mate, fortunately, I live in the part of the country where I'm right at the bottom of the foothills. So I have mountain lakes. I have the Yadkin River chain, the Catawba River chain. They're 2 completely different fisheries. So I have about 10 very, very different, good fisheries within an hour of my house. So I pride myself on being extremely versatile and being able to adapt. When the fish change, I can change. I'm not afraid to go anywhere, and I'm not afraid to fish any type of style. I can do it all. Should get them fired up.
Todd Walters is closing the gap between he and Jeremy Lawyer as the sun is out in full force on Lake Barkley. We still have plenty of time on the water for the 2016 BFL All-American. It could come down to the wire, so don't go away.
I fish a lot of tournaments. This is my first time getting here, and I think I've got a good shot at doing really well in this thing today.
I love to fish, and I would love to do it full time. And it would be nice to measure myself up against the best in the world.
Having the title of an All-American, well, absolutely mean a lot. I mean, winning 100,000 bucks, dude, that's just a tremendous blessing.
Welcome back to the 2016 BFL All-American. Although all the competitors are fishing under the same conditions out of identically equipped Ranger Z520s, we are finding some different results. In particular, Drew Boggs is having a tough time today.
I'm ready to catch something. Quit talking about what I could have had. 5 pounds behind and struggling to get fish in the boat. We got a lot of time left though. Hopefully we can get a little flurry somewhere. Get a couple quick.
Boggs and most of the top 10 are concentrating on the main feeder creek for Lake Barkley, known as Little River, while Jeremy Lawyer has been fishing closer to the mouth along a bluff wall. Boggs is way back up in really skinny water above the 274 bridge.
Guarantee that fish is there because that little wind blowing. Can't catch that fish with that little chop. There he is. Net. Net that fish, baby. Man, we just gotta keep getting bit, man. If we just keep getting those bites. That's all right, baby. We got another good one. Well, I said we just need to get a couple in the boat, take the pressure off. And there's another, I don't know, that's probably 2.5, 2 3/4 right there. Come on, get on up. Get on up.
I've been fortunate. I've had some tournaments down here, so I'm somewhat familiar with the body of water here. I've probably been on the lake maybe 20 times, but I normally fish it when it's in the fall, so the lake's at winter drawdown. But I was kind of thinking that was helping me some because a lot of the stuff I can see what's on the bottom in the fall time. You know, a lot of the lake's exposed to, you know, what the bottom's made of and little humps and rock piles.
There he is.
There we go. Yes! I'm almost positive that was the same fish that hit me the cast before. Luckily, he came back and ate it. All right, another 16. All right, number 4.
Open water, middle of the day. No cover, just a 3-foot deep drain, getting bit on a frog. On the way back in here, I saw this jutted back quite a ways. I turned and started fishing up through here. There's a huge bluegill bed on this outside perimeter, but when I got to the back, a wad of gizzard shad came by my boat. I got a big one. It's not as big as I thought.
Hey, that'll help.
But what went by my boat was a 6-pounder and a 4-pounder. So there's 2 giants in this little slough.
You can see the bluegill kind of positioned underneath the dock. If they're real tight underneath the floaters, you could tell there was usually a fish around. I did all I could. I hand tied my own jigs and tried to create a semi-mellow kind of bluegill flash color, and it seemed to work out pretty well.
That's a big one.
It's not big, but it's number 4. Thank you, sir. They're here. Just gotta get them excited.
I don't have a lot of options. You know, my fish are playing out. I'm not catching multiple fish anywhere besides this daggum bluff. We caught 2 of them off of it yesterday. My co-angler had 2 and I had 1. I'm probably gonna milk it some more, but you know, the bad thing is you can sit here the rest of the day and maybe not get a bite. Net, stay on there, baby. Stay on there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah! I wasn't talking to you, I was talking to the fish. Oh, what a clutch bite, 4-pounder. Oh, mwah. Give you a little Houston. Oh, gosh dang. Yes, sir.
Jeremy Lawyer is working over this bluff wall for every 3-pounder he can scrape together. Will he be able to fill out his limit? Or will the frog bite of Claby and Johns propel him to an All-American win?
There he is.
I just need a lot more weight than what I got.
Man, it's like they just completely quit biting up here.
Barely missed. I need to catch another good one.
The tension and nerves are starting to build as the final day of the 2016 BFL All-American on Barkley Lake is past the halfway point. Jeremy Lawyer has landed only 3 fish so far, but still holds the lead.
I caught a big in all 3 days, over 5, and I'm telling you what, to win a tournament like this, that's what it takes, you know. You gotta have some more luck. You can't target those kind of fish as tough as this lake's fishing right now and say I'm gonna go catch 5-pounders like you can at some other places. Net, oh, stay on there. Yeah, yeah. Gosh, that's a little fatty. Chunk. One more of them right there, and it's game over.
I just decided to kind of, once again, abandon the shallow. They want to come out to this deeper water. It's just, once that sun gets up, it just I think it concentrates them out in these little creek channel swings are. So hopefully, just got to find some bigger ones. They're all about the same size, all about maybe 2 or 2 1/4, but you know, we'll take what we can get. I can't hardly feel any of these fish bite. They're barely just grabbing it, and they just feel soft.
There's one.
He might be. I think he might keep. 16. No, number 5. Goal 1 accomplished. This is where I would assume the big fish are too. I just got to get them to bite.
When I came here, I did a lot of research, and in this little river, I've seen a lot of shallow pockets with a lot of wood. There's a ton of wood out there. And when I came here to practice, I would say 3/4 of the spawn was over, and I knew if they didn't drop this lake much that I can catch them. You know, because I kept catching them shallow, and they're not going to move that much off. You know, we're only a week away from the tournament, so I didn't think they would get out to those ledges yet. It seems like these fish are, some of them are protecting the fry, and some of them are just starting to move to their haunts. So they're summertime spots.
So Venor puts his 5th fish in the boat, and it's easily his best one of the day, as the boater from Jersey tops the 40-pound mark for the tournament. Probably not enough to win, but a solid showing for his 2nd All-American appearance.
That's all I wanted to do is just crank this little point here. After all day, I finally picked up a different rod. I thought throwing a crankbait on this point. Right here at the end of the day, a little wind blowing on it. You strike out a bat or 2, you got to go back and bat again. And the next bat you may hit a home run, and it makes them strikeouts feel a lot better. So it's just a relentless attitude in bass fishing to not give up. Net. It's barely hooked, baby. Reach out there, reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out. Look here, he came off in the dang net.
Hey, you had to get him up there, son.
Good
He's
job.
going to go, too.
Yeah, I believe he'll go.
I believe he will, too.
Pull it over in there, a little crankbait.
After the 2nd fish, that was about a 4-pounder, you know, I realized that, hey, I got a shot at this thing. And if Jeremy slips, there's a real good chance I could run him down very easily. So, you know, at that point, I went head hunting, and, you know, I swung for the fence. That's the way I fish, so that's what I did.
Yep.
Yes! Yeah!
I fish new water every day here. I actually fished 3 creeks today, never even put a boat in. I spent some time in practice down south in the Tennessee waters. Found what I was looking for, but found a lot of 2-pound fish. I didn't think I could catch more than 12, 12.5 pounds down there in the backs of the creeks. When I came up here, I started catching big fish.
Hit. Good net left. Yes, sir! Yeah!
Come out.
He come off.
Look at his belly, dude.
Thank you, man. Number 5.
Calavian Johns is fishing the way he likes to fish, and he's the only one working a frog way back in these creeks. But Jeremy Lawyer is still on top and is still searching for his limit fish. What does the final hour hold? It's the All-American, the Grassroots Championship of bass fishing.
BFL All-American is brought to you by Walmart. Save money, live better. Mercury Marine, #1 on the water. BRP Evinrude. Learn more at evinrude.com. Find, navigate, dominate with Lowrance HDS and Structure Scan 3D. Motor Guide. Trolling motors engineered for top anglers. And by GoPro. This is your life. Be a hero.
Nate, reach out there and get him. Yeah, baby. He's right there at it.
That one will help. Yes!
He had to catch him now, dude. He really had to catch him.
All right, that'll help.
Still got a long way to go. 5 pounds is a big deficit to make up.
I'm gonna get one more and put a nail in this thing. That's what I'm gonna do.
There's little time left on the water as Jeremy Lawyer looks to close out the biggest win of his fishing career. He's got 2 hot sticks right behind him as Todd Walters and Clavian Johns have both boxed more than 15 pounds today. If Lawyer can find a 5th keeper, it might be enough to put this one out of reach.
Sitting at 15, 16 pounds, I gotta catch 20 at least. I've got a big one, I've got another real solid fish. I'm just looking for a couple more big ones to push me up there, but make it interesting at least, make them earn it. I've never been on Lake Barkley before. I came right before cutoff and fished for 4 days. I tried to find them and I couldn't find them, so I did what we do in North Carolina, picked up a jig and started flipping every dock I could find in Little River. Today and on the first day, I was able to get a big bite, and yesterday I didn't, so that may hurt me.
Definitely started out slower than I expected. I only had 1 fish there until probably 10:30 or 11. Then the day kind of turned around for me, ended up getting a limit, so I was pretty happy about that. I think I'm gonna need at least 1, if not 2 big fish before this day is over if I wanna have a chance to win.
Fish.
It's a good one too, it's a good one. I'm coming to you. Yes! Yes!
I really need to find some 3-pound plus fish to have a run at this thing. At least I've got a limit, which I'm pretty sure there's a few guys that don't. It hadn't been easy. I need a 5-pounder. I've fished this tournament so far with no fish. Biggest one I've caught was pushing 4. I need to find a big one.
Net.
Yeah!
Come here, big
It's my
girl.
biggest bite of this tournament.
Come on, big girl.
Yeah!
Yeah! Oh my God. Hey, that's it. That's it.
Yes! I've been needing a 5-pounder and I just got one. Shaking like a leaf. I'm 1 5-pounder away from winning this All-American. I need a $120,000 fish.
You know, your wheels are turning and the screws are getting tighter. You know, it's really starting to work on you because, you know, you might be slipping away here. You just got 30 minutes left. You only got 4, even though they're decent ones. You know, until you get that 5th one, it's just not the same. And so I really felt the urge to run back there and at least stop and fish that stretch of bluff. Had been so good where I felt like I could possibly get a bite and maybe close this deal. Come on, baby, one more time. It's hard not to look at that clock. 30 minutes. Net, 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 net. Get in there! Get in there! Woo! Woo! I just won the All-American! Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes! Oh, look at you! Woo! Yeah, that's a done deal right there. Pack your bags. We're going to the Cup. I don't ever remember putting my rods up on an All-American or championship or any tournament. with 10 or 15 minutes on the line and feeling as good as I feel about this one. You know, somebody, you know, Boggs is gonna have to have 22 or 3 to catch me, and everybody after that's gonna have to have more than that. And I don't know, I weighed in 18 the first day, and I think I got more than I got that first day. So, you know, it'd be a long shot to lose it. And I guess if somebody beats me, they dang sure earned it.
What a moment for Jeremy Lawyer. A last-minute catch all but seals it. And we'll have the final weigh-in when we return.
That's it. Let's see what happens.
The 33rd edition of the All-American is coming to its final conclusion. And after an exciting day on the water, it's time to find out who will be crowned the champion.
I'm steadily pursuing a professional fishing career. Maybe this is my chance. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
The good news is we didn't get as many bites today, but we got better bites. So we got a pretty good bag. We'll see what happens.
You know, everybody wants to win. You want to do the best. Nobody ever remembers who got second. I've gotten second 5, 6, 7 times now. You know, and I'm ready to kick that Aaron Martins out of there and actually win one.
He has a limit of bass today. 11 pounds, 2 ounces, 7 pounds, 13 ounces. Wesley Smith getting it done on day 3. Your new leader.
The co-anglers are the first to weigh in. Fishing out of the back of the boat, these men are hoping for a chance at a $50,000 payday.
Adam Wood, to be crowned co-angler champion, you need 614, 2 worth, 4 pounds, 3 ounces. Your champion is Wesley Smith. Wow!
I got to thank my boater over here, Clavian Johns. He was a class act today. He taught me a way different way of fishing than I've ever seen. It was awesome. You know, there's those times in the tournament when you feel like you ain't going to make it, because like yesterday, I was 12:30, I didn't have a fish, you know. And it's like God says, all right, it's your time. It's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Wesley Smith, BFL All-American co-angler champion. For today, 11 pounds, 12 ounces. You got the lead.
Lake Barkley proved to be quite the challenge today for many in the top 10. That and the pressure of having to make a big swing to catch Jeremy Lawyer hurt anglers like Drew Boggs and Kyle Weisenberger, but New Jersey's John Venor made a big swing that pushed him into the lead.
13 pounds, 4 ounces. You got the lead, John Venor.
Oh my God. Yeah! Woo! Will you welcome Todd Walters?
To take the lead, you need 12 pounds and 15 ounces. 17 pounds and 1 ounce, you got the lead. 44 pounds and 10 ounces.
Biggin.
Yes, sir!
Yeah! I'd say that's an upgrade.
Will you welcome Clavian Johns?
You need 17, 1, 5 today for Clavian Johns, worth 15 pounds, 9 ounces. That moves you up to second.
Welcome Jeremy Lawyer.
Hit that big sucker. Woo, that's what I'm talking about. Day 3 All-American fish right there. That is a winning fish.
We did this 1 year ago in Paris on Kentucky Lake, and you came up just a little bit short. You finished second to punch your ticket to the Forrest Wood Cup to earn the title of All-American champion. You're going to need 11 pounds and 8 ounces. Jeremy Lawyer, 5 bass limit, worth 17 pounds, 10 ounces. You're the champion.
Congratulations to you, Jeremy, and this young lady too. I bet she's pulling for you all the time.
Every day I just kind of junk fish, but you know, that way it seems like I changed every day. A wobble head was good and a football jig, but you know, today I caught everything on a Zoom Magnum finesse worm. And you know, I hadn't even weighed a fish in on that, but it just seemed like today is slick, calm, and then as the boats got going, the water I was kind of in got clear. It was like it was filtering out into the lake a little bit, and you could see out there is really brown, but where I was at, it was pretty clear, and so it seemed like they didn't want that bulky football jig. And so, I don't know, it just seemed like I made good decisions. I didn't lose any fish. And, you know, like they say, when it's your time, but I'm absolutely tickled to death.
BFL All-American champion, Jeremy Lawyer, getting it done.
Jeremy will now fish in the Forrest Wood Cup on Lake Wheeler with a chance to earn even more hardware and a much larger cash prize. Congratulations to all our All-American competitors, and thanks for watching FLW.